your host, Tammy Marsh, and tonight's topic is alternative healing, and we have a wonderful guest with us, Chris Kaler. I was just doing a little bit of a chat behind the scenes here with Chris as we were on to break, and he did mention in the first half hour about doing something for the audience. And Chris, are you ready to do something like that?
Always ready.
That I would love to have you do that if you would be so graceful in doing.
Okay, so what we're going to do, whenever I start doing my healing, there's a step process to this. The first thing that I do is I have a tool. It looks like a basketball hoop with a bunch of inward-facing spikes within it. And what this tool is designed to do is to draw out general negativity within your body, and that's negativity you absorb on a daily basis from driving your car and somebody cuts you off, watching negativity on the news, and people you work with that kind of rub you the wrong way, that type of thing. Also, you pick up general negativity from food, from somebody who makes it, who's in a bad mood, and so on. So what this tool is going to do, I'm going to put this over my computer. Now, anybody who's listening, I want you to stand up. This works better when you stand up, and I want you to continue. I want you to put your hands on your computer, on your keyboard, whatever. And what you're going to feel when I start doing this, within about 30 seconds, we're not going to do it very long. If you're a really sensitive person, you're going to feel a heaviness in your legs, like there's a magnetic field trying to pull your body into the ground. Or you could feel really off balance, where you feel like somebody is pushing you back and forth. Or you could feel a tingling in your fingertips or something like that. So I've got it over the computer. So I want everybody listening to stand up. And let's see what kind of results we get. Normally this gets great results. If you don't feel it, it means that we need to do it longer. It means you're that blocked up with negativity that we have to do it longer. So we don't want to take up the whole show and do this. So, Tammy, let me know when you feel something. It's going to feel like a heaviness or possibly.
I absolutely will. I am standing up, and I have my hands on the computer. I am going to mute during this, so if it takes me a little bit to respond back, just know that I'm fumbling with the mute button. So I'm ready when I'm sure the listeners are ready. Everybody that wants to join us in this healing. So take it away, Chris.
The ring is on, and you should feel something right away, within about 30 seconds. Within about 30 seconds.
I actually already do feel a pulling throughout the bottom of my feet.
There we go.
More so on the right side than the left.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to be different. What I find is that some people get a pulling from their arms, some people from their head. Most people, it's within your lower legs and maybe lower back. It could be an area where you had a surgery or some kind of trauma pulling negativity out of there. But everybody's different, and some people are going to feel off balance, like they're being pushed around. Some people will feel the heaviness. Everybody's different, but ultimately these tools, I'll tell you, that the energy that they pack is unbelievable.
In me particularly, I am feeling just a little bit of pressure as well as the pulling in the right side. It really, really feels like my heel is being buried into the carpet.
There you go.
It really, really feels like it's really, really buried into the carpet.
Perfect.
I'm also feeling a little bit of pressure throughout my lower extremities. Okay, you did it, because you saw something while we were at break about me. I
did. I found a zeta reticuli in your higher self.
Okay, so what would we do to eliminate that from my higher self?
Let's do that right now. Okay, you tell me when you feel it. Okay, let's run the violet bowl through Tammy's higher self and release all zeta reticuli, all ETs into ether, please. You tell me when you feel it, and we're gonna get rid of it.
Okay, I already feel it. Feel it. It's immediate.
Yeah. Hold on.
I feel a. Wow, I feel a tingling throughout my entire body.
There you go. That's the power of this pyramid. Okay, let's pull them all out. There we go. Gone. Completely gone. So what I use there, it's called the violet bowl. What that is a combination of the violet light and gold light. And that gets rid of all ETs and all spirits immediately.
Oh,
Send some
negative, right? Because I don't want to get rid of good ones.
Only negative ones.
Well, I have to tell the listeners that I absolutely did feel that. I felt it within my being. And yes, I am sensitive to energies. However, this was so intense. You wouldn't have to be very sensitive to feel this. I'm very, very excited about that because, I mean, this was instantaneous. Instantaneous. By the time he said my name, I was already fully engulfed in this wonderful, beautiful feeling of energy that was throughout my body. I'm excited, Chris. I am absolutely excited.
Let's do something else. Let's do something else here. Okay, so this is, again, for everybody who's listening. So we are going to use blue light and the diamond flame together to run live photons into everybody's body. And I'll tell you what that is in a second.
Okay. We don't want to stay quiet too long. We'll get dead air.
No. Infuse live photons into everyone's body. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So everybody just got a charge of live photons. Okay, what are live photons? Photons are light particles, okay? Back in the day, when Christ would touch you and heal you, he used live photons. So we are using Christ energy right now within this. The pyramid is connected directly to Christ. This is running full out Christ energy through everybody. That's what the magic is about this.
Wow, that's lovely.
It's a nice energy, isn't it?
It is absolutely a wonderful energy.
Anybody who's listening to the archive of this show is still going to feel the energy.
Absolutely, and I have found just that. That's why, you don't have to be what I want to call physically present, whether it be listening to a live broadcast, an archived broadcast. This works regardless. There is no space in time in energy. So it doesn't matter how you engage in it, when you engage in it. It just matters that you engage in it. Okay, and it's very interesting that Thomas, which is a mad painter, my producer, has been making a few little comments there on the Skype chat during this energy work that you've been doing. Thomas, you want to come on and say what you've been saying in this little?
When he did that with you, I was in the middle of typing, and it made me stop. I got such a charge from it.
Wow, nice. And when
it wasn't even directed at me.
No, it wasn't. It was
directed
not.
For everybody.
Yes. What about the first one where I was describing my heels going into the carpet?
I was feeling the same thing.
The same thing?
Yeah, exactly the same thing.
And that's what he's been typing to us in the Skype chat here, and that's what he's been telling us. And I just wanted him to share that with the listeners a little bit.
Everybody that knows me knows I'm sensitive to the power of people. I pick up on it real quick and easy. I don't say it a lot of times, but I do.
Yep, and it works for everybody. There's not just, you don't have to be of a certain belief or a certain way, doing things a certain way in your life. You just don't have to be. It's for everybody. And it's really, really interesting that this just came to mind is when you were talking about that negative, ET dancing around, in my being. We're just going to put it that way, dancing around in my being. I have been experiencing a lot of discomfort in my physical being. And with that, I'm not, and I knew something was there. I could feel it, and I told you that during the break, that yes, that I know that there's several beings that dance around with me, and I also told you when you saw it that I also was aware of the one negative one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when you did that energy removal, that ET removal work with me, the lower abdomen pain that I was having is now gone.
Yes. Yeah, that's
it's gone. I am not experiencing any of that pain. And the reason why I'm really getting personal here, Chris, is because what you're doing, and when I came across you, actually, when I became aware of you, I really looked with my intuition in your energy. I really look in it, and the work that you do is from the heart. It absolutely is, and it is very beneficial. And that's what I was looking. To not sound cruel, but I really didn't care about Chris the person. And I'm not saying that as I didn't care about you. I care about everybody. But it wasn't, it wasn't your intention that I was looking for. What I was looking for was the quality of your work.
Yes, and I appreciate that.